Hello everybody and welcome back to FM23 with the Youth Academy only Guiseley save, and I am delighted to say that nothing is riding on the final day of the season. Let's go and have a look. Yes, hello everybody and welcome back to the save. We are taking on Liverpool in today's episode and we find ourselves safe in 16th position, 4 points clear of Middlesbrough in 18th, so there is nothing riding on this game. And as you can see in the top left, if we zoom up from the table, good, because we've lost our last two. So yes, it's been we knew the run-in was going to be difficult. West Ham, Chelsea, Liverpool, we knew that was going to be tough. We knew we probably weren't going to pick up any points from those last three games, but luckily before that game we picked up 2 wins from the 3 games that we said we had to get points from, and those 6 points were enough. A 3-1 win over Norwich was very, very good. Fuchs, Kennedy and Crimson Mori with a goal. Bournemouth beat them 1-0. Crimson Mori in the 91st minute popping up with a goal. And Wolves, we've narrowly lost 3-2 to them. Supreme Dave with the penalty. Carl Kennedy, the Doc, getting 1, but it wasn't enough because Connor Keating scored the 3rd and final goal for Wolves to seal the win for them. But ultimately it doesn't matter because we're safe in the Premier League for another season, which is awesome. And not only that, the board have agreed to up our youth facilities, which is excellent. There were a few rumours in the comments saying that once you max out your training facilities, your youth facilities can't be improved, but the board have agreed that they are going to be done. They're going to be improved, which is good. So that should go from 12 to 14. I think if we go board and then promises, is there anything? Board request day at time club. Oh yes, here isn't it? So improved youth facilities are in progress. Should be completed in 5 months time, which is lovely. And we've just got a new contract. We've got the Newcastle Jets as an affiliate club. I did ask for a new stadium, but they said no. I think it's because our current one is still relatively new, even though we've outgrown it already. But yeah, what a season it's been though. What a season it has been. We've been playing some decent football in the 4-2-3-1. We've had some good results, we've had some bad results, but the ultimate result is that we are in the Premier League for another season, which is absolutely brilliant. It is. It's amazing that it's happened like this. I think if we have a look at the average rating over all the games, unsurprisingly, is Jan Petric in goal, who has just been phenomenal for us this season. 47 conceded in 34 games, 13 clean sheets, a 7.10 for the team bottom of the league towards the bottom of the league is absolutely ridiculous. And to think he came back from that loan spell at Birmingham without really playing a game for us, and he just came from League 2 into the Premier League, and he's been absolutely brilliant ever since we've been up here. And Carlos Victoriano is going to have a bit of competition on his plate because he's not guaranteed to be our starting goalkeeper, even though he probably should be, given his value and his current ability, his potential ability, and the attributes he's got. I'm not dropping Jan Petric while he's in such good form. Jan Petric does have a little bit of the physicals that Victoriano doesn't have, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, it's been a great season. It's been really, really good. The change to the 4-2-3-1, I think, has helped stopping us conceding goals and making us a bit harder to break down, which is good. And we are having a couple of games where we just nick a goal here or there, but sometimes we're actually completely outplaying opponents as well. And I feel like my in-game management is easier to do in a 4-2-3-1. But all that being said, we're probably going to be absolutely annihilated by Liverpool on the final day of the season. In terms of the table, Man United are fighting Arsenal for 5th place for that final Europe spot. We also have fights for 3rd place between Liverpool, Chelsea and Man City. Tottenham have won the league with a 9-point gap going into the final game of the season, so well done, Football Manager, for that one. 37 games played, 53 plus goal difference, 81 points for Spurs with a game to play. In the relegation battle, it's between Middlesbrough and Wolves. Middlesbrough are taking on Tottenham Hotspur away from home, so Tottenham have already won the league, so that could work in Middlesbrough's favour. Wolves are away at Aston Villa, who have nothing to play for. They are safe. It's high. Well, I guess if Wolves win and Leeds win, then Leeds will jump above them on goal difference. If Villa win, they'll probably jump above Watford on goal difference. So a couple of million in terms of prize money in there to play for Aston Villa. But we are going to take on Liverpool for the final game of this season. Let me know, because this is coming out on Friday, so I'm going to have the weekend to read your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Do you want me to do seasons a bit like this, where you have a beginning of the season episode, youth intake day, and then end of the season, and we keep progressing through until we get to hopefully Europe, and then we do what we did the first season of the Premier League, where we show a few more games? Or do you want me to show a few more games because it's the Premier League? Let me know down below. Would you want 3 or 4 episodes a season, or do you want like 6 or 7 episodes a season? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be going through the Patreons and the YouTube channel members again, because we've had some new players and people join up. So you'll be getting your name in the game at the end of this season. John Carpenter, all people like that will get their new players at the end of the season. I'm glad that we've done all of that. That's all caught up. I had to check because it didn't look like my microphone was recording, but it is. So we're in a good position. Right, Liverpool. Let's give Carlos Victoriano the last game of the season. We're safe. There's nothing to play for, so we don't have to worry about that. Right, we're going to go with... Yeah, we're playing Liverpool. Yeah, they're going to be really good. Brian Dyson has been pretty good this season. I think he can carry on playing at right back. Centre-back, we'll go with the tried and trusted Joseph and Donkor at the back. Then we'll go with Jay Leach. It sort of lost his place halfway through the season to Jeff Hogg, but we'll give Jay Leach a go back at left back. The ball-winning midfielder will be Supreme Dave. Next to him in the playmaker role, we'll start the club captain, because Connor... You've been a bit of a hero in this save. On the right-hand side, we will start with Gareth Earl, with the Doc probably coming off the bench, and Carl Kennedy. In behind the strikers, we're going to start with... Let's start with Alphakoff. You're a good upcoming youngster, so we'll play you. On the left-hand side, we'll start with... Fuchs is injured, and Chapong is injured. Let's start with Itu. Adrian Itu's not played too much this season. And up front, Crimson Mori, Jake Mills. We'll have Ballantyne on the bench. We'll have Burgess on the bench. I'll tell you what, it's final game of the season, isn't it? Let's go with, can we? Do we have a Xavi Edwards can go on the bench, and then we're looking at youngsters, aren't we, to see who's in here. So Phil Lewis, we've got Kazushi. Come on, we just need one more patron. I bet you're injured. I bet people are injured. Or I've loaned loads of people out, haven't I? I've loaned quite a few. Kai Harding's loaned out. We could put Eric Klingspor, because he's going to be taken by someone else as well. He will be a Patreon. Yeah, Kiddy's loaned out. We've got Ballantyne on there. Okay, let's go with... No, Calvagioni, I think, is going to be John Carpenter. If I remember reading the comments, I think John's requested that he wanted Calvagioni. So that is what we'll go for. We'll get rid of the unavailable list as well. So it is... a Patreon-heavy bench. In fact, let's just do this now, because I'm pretty sure... Let me quickly check the comments. Yes, I was correct. It was Lorenzo Calvagioni, who is going to become the new John Carpenter after his previous person kicked up a fuss and wanted to move, so got sold. So yes, there we go. We do have some other people, and I will add you in, but that's the one I remember. So it is a full Patreon channel member bench, with some even getting starts in here as well. Supreme Dave, Connor, Alphakoff, Crimson Mori, Jake Mills, Balanson, Burgess, Jeff Hogg, Jan Petrick, Xavi Edwards, Phil Lewis, Kazushi, and John Carpenter, all in the squad for the final game of the season. And this just shows you 36 squad numbers we've given out this year, which is mightily impressive. So we haven't really made sure, have we, that the bench is suitable for an in-game strategy, but we're going to blag it. We'll see how it goes as the teams are warming up. So I don't think they've rested any players. The AI doesn't normally do that, even though they've got nothing left to play for. Look, are we home? We're at home. We're at home. So let's go and say... I want to do it for the fans. Can we do it for the fans at home? Look, the pundits want what the fans do. No, give the fans a send-off. There you go. Yeah, they've been very supportive all through the season. We've basically sold out Guiseley Stadium for every single game. We're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is change all of these settings, because we want replays on. This is how, obviously, I get through the season a lot quicker, by the way. Final game of the season, so we'll get extended highlights. There'll probably be a lot of them against us. And let's lower that speed down, and we're going to come off positive, go on to balanced, and start like that up against Liverpool. It's going to be tough. Victoriano getting a start in the rain. He's played a couple of times this season, as Dyson comes forward with it into Gareth Earl. He is robbed very easily by Smith, puts it through to Angel. Angel has got two people for company, back to Smith, ball in towards Martinez with a header, and Victoriano with an easy save, we'll call that one. It was pretty simple, pretty easy. Let's keep an eye on the relegation battle, because that's obviously always more fun to understand what's going on. So Wolves are in the hot seat at the moment. They are safe. Middlesbrough are going down if everything stays as it was. The corners are wrong. Again, Victoriana, great claim there. Why are my corners not being remembered? Load all routines, CLF corners, load. And I've done that in the tactics bit, so I'm not too sure why that's not working. But 10 minutes in, it's all Liverpool, but really not that fast because I am safe. Wolves currently 3 points clear and a better goal difference, so it's basically 4 points. But even putting this on extended highlights, we are not seeing much happening at the moment, which generally against Liverpool I would take, but they're about to score. Oh no, they're not. It's hit into the wall and it hits the roof of the net. So it will be a corner to Liverpool. This is it for this episode. We're just going to do this final game. We'll have a little quick look at what else has sort of been happening in the league, who our best goal scorer was. It's 1-0 to Liverpool. Ovidiu Angel at the back post, sort of just out jumped. I think it was Dyson. It looked like pretty rubbish marking. Hey, whoa, I put replays on. Replays are back on. Show opposition replays. Yeah, goals. And tight offsides. Let's go goals and tight offsides. We'll go for that. So, turning the replays off and then causing all this fuss. Right, it's the last game of the season. Let's go positive. See if we can have something. We've not had a shot yet, so let's see what we can do. Hopefully something happens. We may bring 5 Patreons on at half time. Just give them all a half of football. Yeah, I think we will. Why not? Let's go and do that. Right. Look, with the numbers show we've not been playing very well. So, okay. So Carlos Victoriano will stay in goal. What have we got? We've got left back, left wing back, striker, right wing, central midfield, right sided centre back, goalkeeper. Jan Petrik's played enough this season. I want to try and bring people on that haven't played. So Jake Mills has played a lot, Burgess has played a lot, Jeff Hogg's played a lot, and Jan Petrik has played a lot. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people to bring on. I think we can do this at half time. So let's go. We're going to go Balinese up front. We're going to go Phil Lewis. What do you prefer to be? You're a defensive winger, but we want to play on you. Your passing is better than your tackling. So Phil Lewis on into the playmaker role. John Carpenter obviously can just come on at left back. That's not a problem. Kazushi is going to come on the right hand side. Let's have a quick check about what you've got. Finishing and pace. Maybe we just put you in the attacking midfield role because your passing's 11, which isn't dreadful. No, let's do Gareth Earl. He's not having a good game. So Kazushi on there. Try and keep the Patreons if we can. I know we took Connor off, but that's just tough luck, I think. A bit unlucky. Although we could... Let's go. Undo. Let's think about this again. Let's get as many Patreons on the pitch as we can. So let's go E2 off for... I still want to bring these guys on. But I think we're going to push Alpha Cough out to the left. E2 off for Kazushi. Balinese Balanson on for Gareth Earl. Phil Lewis. Okay, so how do we do these guys here? Might have to take one of them off. Jay Leach off for John Carpenter. Xavi Edwards is going to come on for Justice Donkor. And then we've got Phil Lewis, who we need to bring on. So, do you know what? Supreme Dave, you're on a yellow card and you've got a track record of getting sent off and you've played loads of football this season. So there we go. All 5. We've got 5 more Patreons and channel members coming on. Let's get into the second half, see how we do, knowing all of our subs are done. They've made one sub at half time. How pathetic. You need to get more on. Crimson Mori well in straight away. We do love that. But Hamilton on the right-hand side for Liverpool. Alphakoff with a decent starting tackle, which is good. Let's give him some encouragement. We're 1-0 down. I mean, a successful half is just having a shot, right? We didn't have one in the first half, so let's see what we can do. We can also change a few things like pushing our line up and putting them under a bit more pressure higher up the pitch. But for now, because this system has worked relatively well in the league, not so much against the big teams, but against teams around us, it has worked pretty well. Great challenge that. Kazushi shoots, it's over the bar. Nearly a fantastic start for Kazushi, who's the channel member through YouTube. All the links in the description if you want to do it on Patreon, or press the join button on the channel membership. The new things will be coming to this channel, I think. I've got my Discord as well, which is, there's a link in the description to my Discord channel. If you want to get involved in that, we chat general football, gaming, Premier League, Scottish Premier League, all sorts of football. Transfers, obviously, at the moment are doing lots of rumours and rounds, so we're talking a lot about that. But yeah, it's all in the description below if you want to have a look at that. As Angel is in behind, he's outpaced the defender, but it's over the bar. Yeah, come and get involved in Discord. I've got a private channel there with a few members that have been in the channel for ages, absolutely ages, just discussing potential changes to the channel, because I've got a lot of other games that I want to put out into the eyes of viewers. So I'm thinking about making this main channel into a sports management channel. So it's not just Football Manager, but the likes of F1 Manager 2023, when that comes out, that will be on the main channel. I'm thinking about playing Tennis Manager as well to give that a go. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I think it won't stop the Football Manager. That was close. It won't stop the Football Manager content at all. The Football Manager content will still be when I'm in the country and I have the chance to record. It will be every Monday, Wednesday, Friday that a Football Manager video comes out. And yeah, it will just be the filler around it on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes on the weekend. Xavi Edwards keeps it off the line. Lovely stuff there. Dyson missed his header. The chip over Victoriano was definitely on target, but we were in a good position there to keep it off the line. Xavi Edwards, lovely, lovely stuff. Right, we are doing nothing in this game, so we're going to step up, go into them a little bit more aggressive early on, and see what we can do as Volkan Saglan puts it through to Roberts Dyson with a good recovery challenge. Poor clearance, though, picked up by Hamilton. Into Smith, into the box. Smith balloons it over the bar from about 7 yards out, which is pretty rubbish as a professional footballer. But Victoriano into Joseph. Up to Dyson. Here is Kazushi, who had that really good chance, and it was a shot in the first half, in the second half, which is more than what we had in the first half, as Rocker plays it to Dodd. Back to Rocco. Giles into Figueroa. Figueroa to Volkan Saglan. Figueroa again. You can just see Liverpool moving the ball around reasonably well, as they, they're a better team than us, with better players than us. So that's what you would imagine, as Victoriano shows safe hands again. And yeah, we've had one shot, so it is more than what we had previously, which I guess is better. But it's headed away by Crimson Moy. Roberts puts in a first-time cross. Martinez back to Volkan Saglan, who seems to be their playmaker doing everything, but he's all the time it's 1-0 up. I'm actually not too disappointed for Liverpool. Victoriano is playing pretty well as well, which is good to see. He's faced a large number of shots. None of them have been incredibly sort of gilt-edged in terms of XG. They had this one thing which was their goal, and they've had a couple here which have had quite high ratings in XG. But other than that, yeah, this is what I mean. This system, yeah, it's not creating a lot against the big team, but what it's allowing us to do is not concede like 4, 5, 6 like we were with the strikerless system, because we just chuck so many people forward. And I think evolving the system is always good. Great save from Victoriano there. Evolving the system, understanding the players we've got through as they get older and into the first team. Little tweaks and stuff do need to happen. So who knows what system we'll play next year? Probably the 4-2-3-1, but we may tweak it and keep it a little bit different if needs be. Owosu's going to swing in a corner, but Crimson Moore well placed, and that front post 6-yard box. As Ballin's balance on his in, but Smith just robs him, and this has got a Liverpool goal written all over it on the counter-attack, because this man out here is totally free. Owosu into Smith, into Jan, into Angel, the goal scorer. Oh, I thought we were just going to nick that then. Stoliarcic into Hamilton. Hamilton ball through to Stoliarcic, who's a substitute. Just come on, Victoriano. Good save again. I'll tell you what, he's definitely not doing himself a disservice. Right, 2 minutes of added time. We're going to go with a very much a classic sort of, where is it? The custom Guiseley Liverpool will be one of these. Let's just go for that top one, see what that does. Flanks, counter, left, higher player at defence, higher defensive line. Let's just see how we get on with that one. 2 minutes in, and we're going to have one last chance. Crimson Moor, in it goes. Joseph, it can't get there. Headed away, full time at the Guiseley Stadium. The end of the Premier League season is here. We picked up 4 yellow cards. We have one shot, none on target, and Liverpool deserve their win, to be honest. But I'm not that fussed, because we've stayed in the Premier League, and I'm going to say I'm proud of the efforts. And that's not just for today, that's for the whole season for the team. It's been brilliant. It's been remarkable. Another season in the Premier League. Just need to take that step up to a bit more safety. We finished 16th, which will be our highest finish in the league. Wolves do get the safety. Middlesbrough, Norwich and Bournemouth going down. Liverpool, Arsenal get the spots. Man United stay in 6th. Everton leapfrogged West Ham. Leicester leapfrogged Blackburn and Southampton. But yeah, all in all, pretty good, to be honest. So we lost 1-0, Wolves drew 0-0, Middlesbrough lost 2-0 to Tottenham, as you'd expect. And Norwich lost 1-0 as well, so they went down like not really fighting that hard. But it is another season done and dusted in this Youth Academy only save. It's been brilliant. I can't wait to get stuck into next season, which should be here on Monday. And yeah, it's always good to see a number of Patreons and channel members making their debut as well. So the fans have called for me to abandon 4-2-3-1. Well, it's the end of the season, so doesn't matter, does it? Villas Boas was casting an eye over Alphakoff and Mike Dodd for his next Ireland squad. So Alphakoff nearly getting called up. We get 9.65 million. The bonus paid out is 825k. So that's a hell of a lot of profit coming from there. Middlesbrough go into the Championship, and it's looking good, isn't it? It's looking good. Finance is 115 million pounds in the bank. It's amazing to think that, yeah, only 2 years ago we were in debt by £2 million, and now 2 complete whole seasons in the Premier League, and we have £115 million in the bank. It is ludicrous. We're doing really well. The squad is coming along well. There'll probably be a bit of a thinning and a culling out again, just to know what we need, because we don't have, again, so 24, 27, 29, 24, 23... 25, there's not too many people getting to the end of their career, and we do now need to start thinking and continuing to mentor the young players that come through, because the more people we have with like fairly professional, resolute, determined, model citizens, stuff like that, is going to be really, really helpful to help the youngsters out. So we can't just get rid of people because they're not playing anymore. We need to sort of change their contracts to match their playing time and keep them interested in the club and keep them interested in mentoring and give them like Carling Cup and FA Cup games. But yeah, let's see how we do. As always, I appreciate your comments. I appreciate the love for the channel. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. We'll see you for the beginning of season 30, I think it is. Not sure. It can't be 30 because it's not 2053. So it'll be 28, 29. I don't know. I'll see you for next season. For now, I'm out. Cheers.